Hey YouTube, this is Rolling Origami and this is going to be my first video on this channel. I mainly play mobile games such as Vanguard Zero, Exos Heroes, Legends of Runeterra and a smattering of others. I'm a pretty casual player. I definitely don't have the resources as of yet to be like rushing out meta content like every week. But I guess what I want to do with this channel is just to share my enjoyment of these games and also maybe provide some content from a casual player standpoint. So let's get started, shall we? I'm gonna start my first video by playing some Vanguard Zero. I'll be introducing my Narukami deck since the rank rewards for this season also happens to be Vermillion, so it's good to take a look. So this is my Narukami deck. It's essentially a Vermillion deck. It's called Wipe It Down and it's just a joke because that's what Vermillion does every turn after Limit Break 4. Okay, let's take a look. For our forerunner, we have Lizard Soldier Saishin. So essentially this is I would say the best Narukami starter for now, where you get to like counterblast 1 and you get to snipe any annoying starters like Vanguard Brave or any great ones that you don't like. For the great ones we play 4 Kanzen Guards, then we play 4 of this Desert Gunner Ryan, which is the intercept negator, one of the Soul Blast to draw a card Rising Phoenix, and then 4 of the Self Damager, which is really important because you really want to make sure that you have your Limit Break 4 when you kinda get the chance to. For the great tools we have 4 Garuda. Counterblast is really important in this deck and you really want to be pushing out as many of these Vermillion counterblasts as you can, so that's why this counter charge is so important. Next up we have another Desert Gunner Shiden. This time this is the grade 2 version of the intercept negate, and I think negating intercept or ignoring intercept or just smashing through intercept is pretty much the core of Narukami, not caring about what your opponent has in the front row. We have 3 of this Dragonic Death Sight, which is essentially your Berserk Dragon clone. I don't think it's that good in this deck because you really want to be saving your counterblast for something more efficient like Vermillion's counterblast. But I guess it comes in helpful in like certain situations. And lastly I played 2 of this Jin. Don't let his effects scare you. Yes, it says this unit can't attack rear guards, but most times you'll be swinging face with him anyways because you either have your opponent's rear guards like intercept negated, otherwise you're just smashing through them with Vermillion. For the grade 3s we have the star of the show Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion, and its effect is Limit Break 4, Counterblast 2 to get Power plus 2k, and the following ability: this unit battles all of your opponent's front row units in one attack until the end of turn. So essentially when he attacks, he's gonna attack all 3 front row units so that he gets rid of all the intercepts if there is at the same time, and also attacks the Vanguard. Amazing ability. If your opponent has 2 front row rear guards, that's 2 counterblasts for 2 units. Additionally, when this unit attacks the Vanguard, it gets power plus 3k until the end of battle, so without the counterblast it's about 14k, with the counterblast it's 16k, which is a great number, but you don't really get to capitalize on the number much because you usually want him to be swinging first. Next we have Dungri, which is kinda just a backup grade 3. Counterblast 1 to retire one of your units by putting one of the bound units into the bottom of your deck. And then the way you get bind units is when you place this unit, you bind 2 cards. The problem with Dungaree is that it's only once per turn, so sometimes it just isn't enough pressure. For our rearguard grade 3, we kind of have Jin again, and it's for the same reasons, but more importantly, this 14k makes a very beautiful 21k column with our Desert Gunner Ryan. 14 plus 7 to give you that 21, and most Vanguards I would say sit on 11k now, so that's really important to have that 21k weighting, especially waiting after Vermillion. This last card, you can really play anything. I'm playing essentially another Berserk Dragon. I think it's more of utility. It might come in useful. You might choose to play the 12k attacker or something else. That's really up to you. A lot of people like playing Thunderbreak Dragon, but I'm not a fan of it. And I know a lot of people like to play the other one, which is the Grade 1 6k I think, and it gains 3k power each time you destroy an opponent's rearguard by your effect, but I really think that isn't really great for this Vermillion deck because you don't really get the effect much often. I think it's a lot better when you have Dungaree. It's like a Dungaree deck, or you're gonna move into, especially when it comes to Dungaree's cross-ride in the future. So that's the deck. I play 9 draws. I used to play 5 crits and 4 draws until I started realizing that I kept losing because I didn't have any Kanzen guards in my hand, perfect guards in my hand. And then so I'm starting to shift to more draws. I'm still in the middle of deciding what's the best trigger lineup. I think either is fine. So yeah, let's just try this out and let's get into it. Looks like we'll be going up against a Nova Grappler. Kageru Farm, let's battle. Does that mean he's a VP farmer? Or not? Okay, this is really good because usually I don't get Kanzens. I'm just gonna throw these 2 Grade 2s back. Okay, we get our Vermillion and we also get a Grade 1 to ride. So this is quite a good hand. This is a decent hand. I would like to see this every game if I could. It looks like we're coming up against Risers, which is a deck that hasn't really seen play in a while. I think it's still really strong because you kind of have like a permanent like 23, 26k Vanguard and permanent crit, right? Okay, so here we have the opportunity to swing twice if we're lucky and doesn't get defensive, so I'm gonna be offensive and do that. Usually if you're playing Vermillion, you don't want to move your starter directly behind your Vanguard because if Vermillion attacks first, any boost behind the Vanguard's kind of a waste. We're lucky and we get the trigger here, which kind of negates his own defensive, so we get to swing for a second damage. And I don't have the counter blast to get rid of that Battle Riser, but it's fine. That's a good turn. Ashura Kaiser is here. And Death Army Lady, I'm wondering what he's really playing here. It looks like it. He has to be playing Perfect Riser, right? But I don't play Death Army Lady in my Riser deck. And he seems to be playing a lot of it. Takes out my grade 1. I get another draw. It's lucky. Is he gonna proc? Oh no, it can't wait. Oh, at the end of turn. Oh, but he didn't boost. My bad. So grade 2, there really isn't much. I'm gonna write. Okay, the unflipper. Intercept negate. And another intercept negate, I think. Or maybe Jin with this. So I get like a 19k with both intercepts broken, right? So I get to swing now. $14k. We go again. Oh, he gets a heal. So annoying. Okay, I'm gonna kill Battle Riser because it draws him a card and it's a Riser, so it's a bit too versatile for my liking right now. I can't. Okay, this is where you see the drawback of Jin, but it's okay because it doesn't matter if he has front row because we have another intercept negate in our hand. And we're gonna ride up to Vermillion, so we should be okay. It looks like he doesn't get his preferred grade 3 right, which is either Ashura or Perfect. This is probably his Rearguard grade 3. Is he like a new player? I feel so bad if he's new. I hope not. Okay, we get to ride Vermillion. Let's go. We get a damage. Sorry, a negator, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna capitalize. Attack his Trance Riser with our grade 1. Destroy his Death Army Lady with our Desert Gunner and Vermillion swing for face. Oh no, another Kanzen down the drain. It's one more damage. Now it's back to his turn. You know, although there are like very few Narukami cards to choose from, it seems like there is a wide range of ideas in the community as to what goes into like the Narukami deck. I don't think there's a big difference between them. I think essentially they're the same. It's more of like preferences and packs. I mean, unless you're just throwing trash, right? I think most of the cards that people tend to pick, they're quite logical and it's more of preference rather than anything else. Okay, we get a Death Sights, which is interesting. Definitely interesting. Let's just call it here. I don't want to proc the effect because I want to save it for Vermillion. So let's go face. We get a draw, which is good because we're kind of out of hand cards. The power creates a 21k for us. Let's just go face again. I think like logically the choice would be to go rear onto the line heat, but we're quite safe, especially with the two Kanzen guards in our hand. summons a King of Sword, who's after the death side. Fair. I wonder if he's gonna restand his King of Sword. Probably not after this defensive. Yep. No need to do the counter blast. He gets his trigger, which brings him to 21 to be able to hit us for 1. So essentially next turn what's going to happen is Vermillion's going to swing face, and then we're going to try to push as many Kanzens out of his hands, and since we have 3 attacks, we're just hoping that he doesn't get a heal trigger, which he only has 1 off. But you know, it's Vanguard, anything can happen. We're going to create our 21k column here, activate the Vermillion's effect. Summon another Vermillion, get this guy out so that we get 5 damage so that we can heal if it needs be, but I think we should be good here. Right? He only has 2 cards in his hand, so that's 2 perfect guards at max. Case, you know, he gets a heal or something crazy. Okay, he doesn't have a Kanzen. I mean, doesn't have the... Yep, he doesn't have a Kanzen. And we take that first win. I think it was like a good stuffed Nova deck. I don't feel too good about winning that one. Let's try to have one more game and see who we face. Hopefully, like maybe an MLB or Gold Paladin is really common now because of the Azel season. Hopefully we get to have a closer match. Looks like we'll be going up against Dark Irregulars. This is a VP farming deck, like Dark Irregulars. I mean, unless he's added new cards. Okay, we're gonna mulligan most of these. Okay, we don't have Vermillion. So you can see things are getting a bit dicey. Counterblast 1 and you can put something into the soul. I'm not sure what I'm going up against, but I'm just gonna play how I normally do. Is this Demon Bike? Oh, this is Chariot, is it? Is this the Chariot deck? I hope not. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do against it. The draw trigger, but that also means 1 Vermillion's out of the game. We get a Phoenix, so hopefully I'm hoping to get another draw off it. Oh my god, so many great ones. I think his starter is important, right? It seems like his starter is important. Let's try to get that from him. Yep. Let's try to do as much damage, and I think the key is really I want to get that starter off him. I feel like he's gonna put something into the soul which is gonna make me have a bad day. Just nice. Another 16. Draw. But that's another... Okay, we get Vermillion. Thank the Lord we have Vermillion. I thought I was gonna have to run into Jin and then, you know, If he has too many if he has too many intercepts, my Vanguard can't even go face. Chariot Boy, wow. The new set with Lucia and Chariot just dropped, so for this guy to be playing like a Dark Irregular's Chariot deck so early on is if he has 3 or more, he gets a crit. Interesting. He's intentionally putting it back because he knows he can't attack me because of the defensive 5k, like the natural 5k, and he doesn't want to form a line for Chariot to smash right through. But it's okay, I don't have limit break anyways. Okay, I'm gonna write Vermillion. Let's get a draw. Okay, let's play Jin. Let's go for face. I hope, because I don't have a Kanzen in my hand, it's always feels kind of bad. I think that's one of the drawbacks of this deck, is that you can't reliably get perfect guards into your hand, which is kind of bad, especially if you're facing against a deck with crit pressure like Rises or MLB. You're just prone to taking 2 damage every time their Vanguard swings. Oh, Reiji. Oh my god, how could I have forgotten about Reiji? It's Reiji, but he doesn't have anywhere near enough souls, right? Yeah. I don't think so. He's gonna get his carriage online, I think. I don't think he'll be able to end me in this turn, but hopefully it gives me some damage. He's at 8, he needs 15. That's strange. Okay, he can't hit anything else. Oh, he's being really defensive here, but it kind of doesn't matter because Vermillion is going to smash face. It doesn't matter that you're trying to reduce the number of attacks I have. Okay, he puts us to 3, but that's enough for us because we have a self-damager in hand. And a Jin. Okay, see, he's on 11k, so this Jin makes a very nice 21k for us. Put down the intercept, the self-damager, now we're at limit break 4, then we get to smash face with Vermillion. Wipe. That's why the deck is called Wipe It Down, I mean. Even though he procs the Sentinel, the rear guards are still smashed. We go with this. If he gets a heal, we still can swing with the other row, but we take the win. Really fortunate that we haven't been meeting like really meta decks yet. I don't know. Yeah, I think this video is getting a bit too long. I really wish I could have like had this deck go up against another meta deck. I'm sorry if the audio is poor. I actually ordered a mic together with a pop filter that's probably coming in the next week or two. So hopefully it will get better in future videos, but because this is the Vermillion ranked season, so I didn't want to delay the recording of this video. Yeah, so that brings us to the end of my first video. Let me know what you think about this deck and maybe share what you would like to see more on this channel in the future. Please help me like, share and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It really goes a long way to help this channel grow. All the best for this ranked season and I hope to see you again. Stay safe. Bye bye.